What's going on, everybody? It's AG here. Fran McCaffery just got fired today at Iowa, so we're going to talk Iowa coaching candidates. I've got 10 names here for you. It sounds like there's kind of already some names jumping to the top of the pecking order for Iowa, so let's go ahead and discuss it. I'll give you these 10 names, and I'll tell you who I think they will hire and who I would hire. All right, so let's go ahead and look at it. These are in no particular order. First off, we got Ryan Odom at VCU. Ryan Odom, if you do remember him, he was at USMBC when they upset Virginia a couple years ago as a 16 seed, jumping to the 1 seed. Now he's at VCU when they, defeated the 1 seed. I said jump the 1 seed, but now he's at VCU. Pretty good job there as a booster, resume booster. A lot of guys do go to VCU and then jump up to the next level. So he's a name to watch. Chris Jans, Mississippi State, done a good job in Mississippi State, has them in the NCAA tournament a couple years in a row. So he's kind of proven with his track record that he could win ball games. Darian DeVries, West Virginia, formerly at Drake. I've seen his name thrown around a lot. It sounds like right now he's kind of the favorite. One of these next two. Next up, Ben McCollum at Drake. He took over for Darian DeVries when he left. Ben McCollum's done a good job there. He's had success at Division II previously. So he's a name to watch. Steve Forbes, Wake Forest. Things have kind of ran stale at Wake Forest. We know he can recruit guys. Kind of has so-so success every now and then, but nothing spectacular. So would he look to jump to Iowa? We'll see. Wade McNeese State. For Will Wade, I think it kind of comes down to, number one, do the boosters want to tie themselves to the baggage Will Wade has from his time at LSU? Number two, which job outweighs each other for Will Wade? If he has multiple offers, if he's got an offer from NC State, is that a better job than Iowa? I don't know, but it just depends on what he would think. Chris Collins, Northwestern. Is Iowa better job than Northwestern? Yes. Both in the Big Ten, but you have so many limits academically at Northwestern. Chris Collins has done a good job. I think he's a pretty good head coach. Josh Schertz is St. Louis, formerly at Indiana State. He's won both places he has been. Young coach, name to keep an eye on. Brian Wardle at Bradley. He's won a lot of games at Bradley. Had them kind of on the bubble this year. He's a name to monitor as well. And then Bob Richey at Furman. His name is always getting thrown around with some of these jobs. He's a name to keep an eye on as well. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of run down this list here, mark some names out. Number one, Bob Richey. I don't think he is in the running. I think he is a good coach, just not really a fit at Iowa. Josh Schertz at St. Louis, same thing. I think both of them will be power guys eventually in the power jobs, just not Iowa. Chris Collins at Northwestern. While this is kind of an intriguing one, jumping up from Northwestern to Iowa, staying in the Big Ten, I don't see that happening. Next thing I'm going to mark off, Will Wade, McNeese State. It doesn't seem like Iowa really wants to tie themselves to any baggage with the stuff he had at LSU, with the sanctions he had. And also, I think he's probably going to get the NC State job. So I don't think he'll do that. Next one, Chris Jans, Mississippi State. Awesome coach. He's won everywhere he's been. I think he's probably a top 25 coach in the country. But does he want to leave the SEC to go to the Big Ten, to Iowa? That may or may not be a better job. That I don't know. So we've got 5 names left here: Ryan Odom, Darian DeVries, Ben McCollum, Steve Forbes, Brian Wardle. First off, I think Brian Wardle, I think he would be a good hire because he has done good at Bradley, but I don't think it's a flashy enough hire, in my opinion, so I don't see it happening. Next, I'm going to mark off Ryan Odom at VCU. While he has had success, you go back to what he did at UMBC, but again, it was just a 16 seed upsetting a 1 seed. Yeah, it was awesome, but as far as just an overall great season, not so much. So I don't think he's done quite enough to get this job. Now, one of these 3 names here, Steve Forbes. Again, he's been there. He's proven he can run a program and have semi-success, get to the tournament every now and then. But I think that's kind of repeating itself as far as what you had with Fran McCaffery. I don't think that's too much of a difference. So I think they go a different direction. I don't think they go Steve Forbes. Then these two. As of right now, Ben McCollum getting a lot of buzz for Indiana. So does he get that job? Indiana is definitely a better job than Iowa, just from resources you're going to have in the NIL pool. So I don't think it's him. I think it's Darian DeVries. He's got too many ties there to Iowa. Sounds like he probably wants to be there. Now, West Virginia right now is going to make the NCAA tournament probably, so they might have to wait a little bit to, let their season come to an end before Iowa makes this jump and makes this hire. But you would hire Darian DeVries. You bring in Tucker DeVries probably too with him. So I think that's who you roll with if you're Iowa. I think that's who they will hire. And looking at this list, if I could get Chris Jans, that's probably who I would hire. But if not, if not him or Chris Collins, I think Darian DeVries is a solid get. But I would hire Chris Jans. I would throw him the bag. But Darian DeVries, I think, is a realistic option. I think it's the option. I think that's who they'll hire. But who do you think they'll hire? Let me know down in the comment section. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.